Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Breath of Fire 3 with Mickey D. Last time, when we ended up in this strange area that's kind of this beautiful little garden area inside of Myri's Station. There are enemies here. Let's see who we have. And the last time, we fought this last time too. We fought an Icicle, which is really peculiar. I mean, what, with being the final dungeon, we're going to be fighting monsters that we faced earlier? At the very beginning of the game? What gives? What's going on here? So let's explore this little garden of Eden, as they call it. If we go down over here, we can pick up nice little force armor. Nice little upgrade, actually, for someone like Momo, I would assume, but compared to Ryu and Rei, it's not really that great. And if anything, I do remember, I feel like you could have bought this. Speaking of which, what we're going to do with Momo, we're going to go ahead and actually just take off the Hawk's Ring and Holy Mantle there. I have plans for it in the near future. Yeah, this place is very peaceful, serene, very beautiful and cute, but still kind of mysterious and something off-putting about it, to be honest. Nice little soul gem. Always nice to have around. I think I have about 4 or 5 of them. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and pick up, or I should say use, the protein that we picked up earlier. Use that on Ryu. And we'll use the magic shard on Gar later on when I get him back in the party. But let's just check this place out. It's different. It's weird. Monsters here. It's all sorts of different. Oh, even goo titans are here. Let's take those out with Ryu and Rei there. And hopefully Momo can actually go ahead and hit the Igu. I kind of doubt it. Her accuracy is terrible. Yep, thanks a lot, Momo, for... I suppose it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. She can't even take out one of the easiest enemies in the game, if not the easiest. You know, it's... whatever. Whatever, man. Well, at any rate, we move forward here. We're gonna go ahead and cross this bridge and see what's going on with this place. It's kind of weird that we're just fighting goos here, right? This pretty little bird. And a man. Guy looks eerily familiar, actually. I can't really... Oh, God! Thinks it's inside? Thinks it's outside? Who are you? Wait a minute. How do you know my name? Yeah, that's right. He's the one from the very beginning. He knows a lot about us for having never spoken to each other. Who the hell are you? Tipo? Tipo? Yeah, that's right. It's Tipo. Wow, he's actually alive. He's here. But I mean, I'm sure that you probably could have guessed that, right? You could have guessed that Tipo. If Ryu and Rei survive, Tipo's gotta survive, right? Jeez. Tipo's a little bit of a dick. What happened to you, man? You know, answer these questions. What in the hell happened? How did you survive? I think Tipo's been drinking a little bit of the Kool-Aid here, guys. Yeah. I remember that noise. Yeah, this must have happened right when Baleo and Sunderhead, well, kicked the hell out of us. That's definitely not us. It's Tipo. Can't really tell because it's black and white, but Or sepia-tone. Or get up. Yeah, so Tipo was a dragon all along, just as well as Ryu was. Yeah. That's one of the big plot twists here. We figured that all along, Tipo is not only alive, but he's part of the brood, too. He's a dragon, just like Ryu, just like us. Well, those guys weren't really strangers, right? I mean, I guess Gar was a stranger. We didn't really kill Gar, though. By the way, the people that were strangers were also gangsters, if I remember correctly, so they chose their path. I'm just saying that if you step over the lines regarding a dragon/human, you're playing with fire, man. You're gonna die. You're gonna die, alright? I mean, being a dragon hasn't been all that bad, right? I mean, it's got its own struggles, for sure. I mean, but a lot of the struggles is due to the fact that we've been outcasted the whole time. So, well, it's kind of a nice little recounting of the story that we've been through so far. Our journey. But I can see where this is going. We're gonna have to take a lot of convincing for Tipo to get back on our team. He seems to kind of have his mind kind of set on things, too. Well, we also extinguish war and chaos, right? That's a pretty good point, right? Whoa. Anyone, but do dragons fit in that category too? Well, what are you gonna do? I mean, have the dragons really caused that much strife in the world? Seriously. I guess it is pretty peaceful here. Yeah, that's right. So that's why there's these eye goos and these goo titans here. Maybe they are reminiscent of Tipo's past. Maybe not the goo titans per se, but the eye goos definitely. All right. Well, let me just talk it over with the team. I'll just talk it over with myself. I'll just stick to myself in the subconscious world. That's fine. Yeah, I'm at it. A nice little subconscious world. But what JRPG wouldn't be perfect? What 90s JRPG isn't perfect with our own defining self-reflective moment? Well, what do you mean by that? Oh, okay. Kind of like... Well, I was going to say kind of like an Earthbound, but if you haven't really played that game, then you probably don't know. Yeah, if anything, I'm thinking of Mother 2. Just flashbacks. Well, thanks. Is this a special power that you give us or something? What's going on here, and why haven't we done this ever? Well... Nonetheless, we have the power, we have the ability now to walk around and kind of explore things. And before we move on, instead of having the Titan Belt, that's exactly why I unequipped Momo to have a Holy Mantle, for sure, because we're going to be running around and fighting some enemies around here. And what I'd like to be doing as much as possible, there's not the Shaman's Ring, but the Hawk Ring. There it is, Hawk's Ring. What I'd like to be doing is, well, preferably running into as few encounters as possible. Let's head northeast, though. Or northwest? Northwest. So it appears that in our own subconscious we have our friends, too. Well, if anything, Nina, I think that you've kind of figured out that you can be yourself in this journey. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you don't need to be all those things. They just like you for who you are. Well, I mean, in the game, you know, they like you. I don't really like you as a party member, and you're pretty weak. You're pretty terrible, but that's fine. I can use you as a skill doll. What's this? 2 Ninas. God, I don't want to have anything to do with that. Well, I think it is pretty important, actually. It seems like the history that was totally covered up, actually. That seems kind of selfish. Wouldn't you think that you came to help Ryu out? When you met him and everything. Well, this is a dragon statue, and it says here, we must go back. There's nothing here for you here. Meaning that if you kept on going northwest, we would go endlessly. And so instead of doing that, let's do exactly what he says, to go back. Before fighting in a battle, of course. Ah, some vile weeds. You know, as a matter of fact, I think I want to go ahead and unequip the Royal Sword, and I'm going to go ahead and equip the Holy Avenger for now. We'll run into an enemy here that's weak to Holy, and it'll help out. The Vile Weeds and pretty much most of the monsters, if not all of them, I would say all of them, are pretty weak. There's nothing really too remarkable about them at all. They're kind of just here to, I would assume, kind of power level Ryu a little bit as the story progresses. But the fact of the matter is that these guys are really nothing to worry about, in all honesty. As a matter of fact, I will say you don't want to be using Shadow Walk too often here. I would highly suggest if you're going throughout this dungeon the first time, just go ahead and conserve your AP. I mean that. Conserve your AP. As much as you can at the very least. I mean, if you have to, go ahead and use it. But let's do as the dragon statue says and just go back. And we get to talk to Ray. Well, yeah, your power is actually pretty strong. I mean, it gives you ×3 strength or power. It's pretty good. I wouldn't really say it's insignificant. I mean, in all honesty, you get to keep your agility. None of your defense goes down. You're doing pretty good. I mean, you get Berserk, but you don't die after you use it like actual Berserk. You just kind of get confused. That's why we have Influence. Well, I think that you can handle it, but you just gotta have someone who's with you. And, you know, in all honesty, maybe that's the same with the Brute's power, too. And with this dragon statue, we can go ahead and save, and get a little bit of regeneration. So I'm gonna go ahead and save real fast, and I'll meet you back when I've done that. Alright, so now that we're done saving, let's go ahead and move forward here. Let's go here, a little bit more northwest. And we've got a couple of these placards and a dragon statue. But first, let's talk to this placard here. Let's look at the left one first and foremost. Okay, shined a nice little light over here. Well, it gives us a nice little treasure chest. Until we fall, of course. Why would you do that? Why would you trick us? What kind of subconscious is this? The box? You mean the treasure? Sure, I'd love the treasure, yeah. And if we if we honestly answer, we will get the treasure. It's interesting how those vile weeds will always drop rice balls. Well, in this treasure chest, we get another Shaman's Ring, which is pretty good for lowering the AP cost, if you remember. We had gotten one of those from the Shisu side quest, I believe. So, pretty good stuff, actually. If you want to conserve AP, I definitely highly recommend going ahead and equipping that. For me, I'm pretty well seasoned. I'm not really going to need it, I don't think. So let's just double back over here, avoid the spikes, and get transported back to where we were. So there's the save dragon. Is this a new enemy here? It is a new enemy. Mad Gong. Again, nothing too remarkable about these guys. Just gonna go ahead and just use our simple attack. Yeah, you'll find that Ryu doesn't do as much damage right now, or at least my Ryu and your Ryu. Mainly because of the fact that, well, you're not in attack formation, so you're going to be doing a lot less damage. Well, let's keep moving forward. And instead of going and checking out the left plaque, let's go ahead and check out this right plaque, which shines a light on this treasure chest as well. But do not grab this chest, or else you'll fall down below as well, just like with the last chest. There's a little bit of a secret here, or I should say not a secret, but a little bit of something you're supposed to do to get that treasure. And this is where a lot of people get caught up here. Bow down and pray before me. I will show you the path when your heart and mind are as one. And so what you're supposed to do here is simply wait. Do not do anything. Again, kind of having some Earthbound flashbacks for those who've played behind a certain waterfall. But fact of the matter is, once you've waited for a little while, the dragon will go ahead and show you exactly where you're supposed to go. So, now, let's go head on forward. Hi, Momo. Techno Age. What are you talking about? Darude? Talking about Paul Oakenfold? What are you talking about? And why is honey in our subconscious? What's going on here? Yeah, well, it seems like everybody kind of has their own reasons as to why they're all here. After you've talked to Honey, let's go ahead and, or I should say Momo, let's go ahead and just go right over here and down below. And now we can go ahead and grab this treasure. Some gems. Not bad, but at the same time, not really too useful though either. Now instead of heading north over there, let's actually go over here and again down, just like we did last time on the opposite side. And here we'll pick up another hourglass, which really, really good items, but a little bit too good to use for me. And let's head north from here and check out some more Momo conversation, which is always my favorite. Calm down, Momo. It's okay, alright? Again, you're really not that often in the party, so... Is it the same as the Techno Age? Whatever. Well, now that we're done talking with Momo, let's go ahead and head up here into another area that I like to call the Icicle Area. Yeah, this is where you'll want to be able to equip the Holy Avenger if you have it. So, I guess I should have given a little bit of heads up to say, you know, go ahead and unequip Ray as well with Momo with the Holy Avenger. But, nonetheless, it doesn't matter too bad if you don't have it. This is the one enemy that it helps with, is a Thanatos, because the Thanatos will use, I believe either it's a leech power or depress. I forget exactly what attack it is, but the fact of the matter is that you'll lose AP if you go ahead and attack him outright. Let's see. So we have these little gate crystals that will take us to different places in the room or in the dungeon. So where we want to go is actually, I believe, down here, and to the orange gate crystal here. Let's move a little bit forward. Yeah, you'll fight those mad gongs and vileweeds as well here. But anyway, let's head northeast from the orange crystal and we'll find our old buddy Gar. Well, is he really a buddy though? I guess we shouldn't really say that. Now turned buddy? Oh no. Well, that's true. I mean, I guess we were, at the same time, pacifists yet martyrs for a truth that's really not even there, right? So I don't really know why the dragons decided to just go ahead and allow things to happen. Well, anyways, let's head on to this purple crystal here. And from here, we're going to go ahead and head right and then to the northwest. Yeah, from the northwest, we should be finding the green gate crystal. Well, pathway. And here we can talk to Pico. Pico talks! Okay, kind of creepy, but go on. What do you have to say? Pico talking is always my favorite. Thanks, Pico. I really appreciate that, man. It's not enough to save or destroy the world. Well, if that's the case, then what is? And if that's the case, then why is Myria so damn fearful of it? Well, at any rate, before moving on to that blue gate crystal, I'm gonna go ahead and equip Ryu from the Holy Mantle and Hawk's Ring to the Ring of Ice and the Dream Ring for a very specific event coming up. Anyways, the Holy Avenger should stay on, and I think it's totally appropriate what we've got equipped right here. So let's move forward and talk to ourselves. I think Ryu's the only person we haven't ever heard from in the game. Well, I mean, that's what all the other characters are doing. I mean, aside from Pico. Pretty much end the world or save it. Well, I mean, it seems like a lot of weight to be carried on just my shoulders, right? I mean, I'm kind of conflicted here. I don't really know what to tell you. No, that's not true. Myself. Something's not right here. This isn't what Ryu would be thinking. No, this is wrong. This is wrong. You're wrong. So I'm gonna walk through you. That's how wrong you are. You're transparent to me. You're see-through. You're just a ghost. But you traitor. You betrayed us. Yggdrasil? You mean Pico? And how do you know about Pico? I mean, Yggdrasil was a pretty so-so master. He did teach us shield. Do like the music that they got going on right now. Very ominous, mysterious. Well, I mean, true, but you're kind of thinking about just yourself too here, right? You've been pushing an agenda the entire time we've seen you. You don't reminisce about anything. How we used to hang out together, used to steal from rich people, kill badass monsters to help people. What's wrong with you? What about you? What about me? What about what we think about the world? It's not true. You're wrong. You're wrong. I'm assuming violence? Yeah, violence. We all knew it was gonna be violence. I mean, I just equipped things from the get-go, so we all know that it's gonna be violence. And if you choose violence, Tipo, then so be it. I will be ready to end this dream, and you with it if I have to. And here we fight Arwan. Now, Arwan's gonna use a lot of ice attacks, which is exactly why we have the Ring of Ice on. And he is weak to Holy. So we're gonna use Shadow Walk a couple of times and should be able to take him out, actually. Again, conserve your AP as much as possible. Don't even waste your times or turn using things like Robe of Wind to speed yourself up, because he's gonna cast Chill, just like he did here, and that'll cast Speed down, right? Which will basically take 50% of your agility away from you. Instead of going and focusing on agility like I typically do, he has 36 agility. Typically I would focus on trying to get EX turns, because he uses Chill. Well, that's not really much of an option to me. That is, by the way, a skill you can learn. I'm not going to learn it because in the long run, I mean, it's just not that useful. I'd rather kill my enemies. So instead, I'm going to use my turns to deal out as much damage as I can. And 2 Shadow Walks with the Holy Avenger, that's all it's going to take from me. I suppose I could have used an Ivory Dice to be able to get a little bit more experience on there, but nonetheless, we're doing pretty good. And we're back. Well, I would hope I came back. I don't know where exactly I went. I thought I went into my own heart and my own mind, but I mean, I fell off from something. I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I still don't need to die, right? Why does it have to be death or solitude? That's right, Ryu. There's no turning him. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't do this. Damn it. You've fallen, Tipo. And if that's the case, then I will kill you first. Damn it. Well, until next time, guys, we're gonna be fighting Tipo. It came down to this. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll catch you next time.